What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Lendaris back at you with another video. Hey, I'm out here with my son doing an interview at Domino's Pizza. Look at him. See if we can get a glimpse of him. The interview. Where he at? You can't really see through this glass, but he's right there. He's right there. Right there in that corner right there. You see him right there? You kind of can see him, you kind of not. There's a person that's interviewing him right there. And that's him. Interviewing here at Domino's. Now, I want him to go through the processes of interviews. I want him to fail in his interviews. I want him to succeed in his interviews. I need his feedback. I need to say, hey, put you on a better shirt. Put a belt on with those jeans if you're going to wear some jeans. Don't get out the car sagging. Where's your belt at? Where's your this? This is all prep. So, when they tell you, hey, they don't care about that, just let them go. Let him go let him go. What he think is right. And then when he comes back, you correct him. And go from there. Eventually, you can only do so much. You can only tell them so much. They have to do it on their own. They have to see for themselves sometimes. Sometimes they gotta fail in order to see what you were talking about. So, I told them, you don't need a job right now. If they're gonna have you trying to deliver pizzas, this is not the job for you. It's not the job for you. Now, if you back there making the pizzas, maybe taking some orders, things like that, okay, there you go. But you don't need this job right now in the situation that you're in and how busy you are in school and football and everything else you got going on. You do not need a job right now that's delivering pizzas, Ubering, things like that. You just don't need it. In your circumstance right now, you just don't need that. You need to focus on school, football, academics, your schoolwork, and being able to work a job like some of these other high school kids are doing. They're going to the grocery stores. They're going to the restaurants, bussing tables, getting tips. You want access to cash. I keep telling them this. But you gotta fail in order to succeed. He had this other job at the mall where he would go up to people and try to get them to do a survey. And at the end of the survey, you'll get $5 or something like that. But it's a survey to show you, you could go look at a movie, tell them what you think about the movie, survey, they give you $5. But you got to do a little bit of convincing. Hey, come back with me, you want to do a survey. When you're in a mall, most people are there just to shop. They're not there to be harassed and to take the time out of their day. Most people are on a schedule. So it's kind of hard for you to convince somebody, hey, come do this survey. Come walk all the way. I'll show you where you got to go. Now they got to walk all the way to the other side of the mall to go to this place. I say, dude, you're going to hate it. It's going to be so boring, and you're not going to make any money. Matter of fact, you can make more money working with me. Yeah, not listening. So, we're here at Domino's now. He's doing an interview. And I want him to see the interview processes. I want him to see that. The different interviews, the more interviews, the more better you can become at becoming during the interviews. The more interviews you have, the better you'll become at, being in interviews. You can critique yourself. Like when he get in the car, I might ask him, so what do you think you could have said better? Or what were they looking for, that the characteristics, or, what were they looking for that you don't think you possess? Or things like that. So that's what my job is to do that. And just get him better prepared for every aspect in life, especially with failure. Because failure is going to make you a better person. But if you listen to a mentor, I was just telling them too, everybody needs some sort of mentor. I don't care how old you get, as long as you're in the workforce or you're in a space that somebody is doing better than you, or has done it better than you, or created something better than you, it's always good to have a mentor. And who are your mentors when you're growing up? Your mom and your dad. It's due to experience. It's due to experience that makes us a good mentor for our children. And then once they get out there in the real world, you got to study the bosses. Study how the operation of the business going. Study, the characteristics of, the employees. You got to do all these things to make you become the best person that you could be. And then you can snatch those skills that you done learned over the years and become your own boss. You can apply those to yourself and what you would do, and if you have somebody working for you and things like that. So, that being said, I want to know what this guy is saying to him. So the interview's over, they're shaking hands, now he's coming out. Let's see what goes down. What you doing? How was your interview?
It was alright.
It was alright?
Yeah.
What are you looking for? What is he looking for? Like what type of what do you think about it?
I don't like it.
You don't like it? You ain't even started yet. I mean, what is he looking for as an employee? What did this young guy, because he's young, just like you, might be a little bit older, might be a manager, but he's still young. He looks like he's in his 20s. So, what did this 20-year-old, that's probably the manager of Domino's Pizza, say to you?
How is he a manager?
He's interviewing you. Most likely they're managers or things like that. That's who usually interviews
He
you.
don't look like a manager.
I know he don't look like a manager. He's young. You're looking at it the wrong way. You're looking at it because he's young. He don't look like a manager. Why? Because you think a manager's supposed to be old looking, a father type or a mother type. No, you got managers.
People.
You got managers in these fast food restaurants. They're managers, dears. They're just younger managers, and they're honing in on their crafts, and they're getting experience in management, and then they become bigger management somewhere else. They might become so he might be at Domino's Pizza one day, and then with his experience as manager, he might go to Texas Roadhouse to be a manager, or a McDonald's to be a manager. You know, McDonald's managers make money too, you know, but he's just young. So, what was he saying to you?
He was just like, what are you looking for?
What are you looking for in a job?
Yeah.
And you said what?
He said, are you looking to deliver or make?
And what you tell him?
You know what I told him?
You try to make the most money. You talking about delivery.
No, I said make. Or whatever he was saying.
So you said making pizzas and, you know,
Doing whatever you're doing in there. Yeah.
taking phone calls. They train you how to work the register, take phone calls, make pizzas. That's basically what it entails back there. And then you got the deliverers. They get the pizza, they run it to whatever house over here, all in these areas right here. That's what they gonna do. So how you think the interview went there? I mean, you already said you don't like it. Like, what's there to like about making pizzas, doing a
There's
treat?
nothing wrong with making pizza.
So why you say you don't like it already? You didn't like the way the interview went, or what? Like, what's your experience?
It went alright. Like, it was alright.
So what did he say to you at the end? They get a hold of you?
Yeah, he was just like,
They got a few more interviews that they got to do, and they get a hold of you? Did they say it like that?
Back up. And it was like, you didn't get a call back then. It was like, if you get a call back, then you're hired. And if you don't, then.
So they tell you right then and there, if you get a phone call back, most likely, you know, we want you on board. If you don't, which basically saying if we don't never call you back, don't even call us, we'll call you. That's basically what he's saying. Don't call us, we'll call you.
That's what they all say.
They didn't offer to say, hey, if we don't get a hold of you, you know, feel free to give us a call back, you know.
That's what the price shopper worker said though, but he ain't say that.
Yeah, so that's what I keep trying to tell you. You might want to work where a lot of high school kids work at, because they're used to kids coming in and out, which are the grocery stores, bagging. They're more flexible with your schedule. I'm telling you, you got to hone in on those jobs. Don't be coming out here trying to work at Domino's Pizza, trying to deliver, trying to do this. They're looking for a certain person, you know, somebody that might have a family that's they don't have to worry about their schedule. They know that they're going to be there Monday through Friday, all day if they have to. They can ask them to work overtime. You can't do that with you. They can't do that with you. They got to be flexible. And the places that do that are the grocery stores. And if you want to go to Texas Roadhouse or 54th Street, those are the places you got to be targeting. Busboy, you know, just bringing out the food to the customer. How easy is that? Getting tips. You want cash in your hand. You want a check. You want cash in your hand when you get your tips. That's where your buddy's working at. You got to follow blueprints sometimes. You know? That's what I'm saying. If you just listen and hone in on that and just hit the grocery stores and then the places in Blue Springs as far as the restaurants and call them back. You can't just wait on them to call you back. You got to call them back. That's why I keep telling you over and over. Call them back and say, hey, I put in an application a few months ago or a month ago, and I was wondering, are you guys still hiring for any positions there? You have to call back sometimes. You got to sometimes these jobs want to make it, sometimes these jobs, they want to know if you're really serious about working. So if you're really serious about working, you'll call back instead of waiting for them. Give them some time. But if they don't call you back within a few days, 3 to 5 days, you're supposed to call any job back up and say, hey, my name's Landaris. I put in an application. I was wondering the status of it. I was wondering what's going on. Are you guys still hiring for that position? Was that position filled? You know, I am still looking for work. You know, you got to go through all these things in order to be the best person that you could be as far as trying to find a job. And all this is going to do is build it's going to build you up so that you can be a better person as far as when it comes to interviews. You got to do this stuff, man. And if you just I told you, everybody needs a mentor. I don't care how old you are. If you're in the space of business, you got to learn from somebody. And if you're fortunate enough to have a mentor or somebody that can constantly tell you what to do, how to maneuver, you'll make less mistakes because they done already made those mistakes. That's why it's good to have a mentor. And I'm telling you, your mentors right now, it ain't because somebody trying to tell you what to do and all this stuff. The mentorship, somebody's mentoring you, they trying to help you to avoid the snake pits, the falls, the bumps, the hardship of it, because they done went through it already. They trying to speed you up. And that's what parents are for their kids in the beginning stage. We are your mentors. We tell you our experiences, what you should be doing, and hey, if it doesn't work, try a different angle, try a different way, and see what works. But we're here to tell you right from wrong and what you need to do in order to succeed quicker and a little bit better than how we learn things. And we done been through all the stuff already. We're not sitting here trying to lie to you. Because if you think I'm trying to lie to you, that means you don't respect me. It's plain and simple. If you think I'm lying to you, that means you don't respect me. Because why would I lie to you in order to just prove a point? No. Why would I lie to you then? Why wouldn't you take my advice as serious as possible? Nobody's trying to guide you down the wrong way, the wrong path. I'm trying to guide you through the right path. So, that being said, you don't feel like that you're going to pursue that job, or you think they're going to call you back?
Yeah.
You think they're going to call you back?
Yeah, because they seem kind of desperate.
So did you tell them that you were in football?
Yeah, I did.
Did you tell them that you can only work a certain amount of hours in a certain schedule?
Yeah, I said Monday through Friday, just not the weekend.
Don't you have practice on the weekdays?
Yeah, but it's from 11 to 4.
So you're probably, if anything, you would go in from like 5:30 to 9 or something like that.
No, it's 11 so in the morning to 4.
4 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
That's what time that your football is?
No. I'm football at 5 to 8.
So you think you're going to work 11 to 4 and then go from there and go straight to football? That means you got to have stuff in your car ready to rock and roll. You got to leave there, and then you got to go right to football.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'll be having it in my car.
Well, I mean, if you got a plan for it, then it's all good. So they call you back. You gonna work for them?
Yeah.
I thought you just said you didn't want to.
No, I was just playing.
Okay. Well, we'll see. And you think they're gonna call you back? What if they don't call you back? You gonna be shocked? Like, why they wouldn't pick me?
No.
So you saying they seem like they desperate?
Yeah, because he had like now hiring on the thing and stuff too.
Man, just because they got now hired don't mean they desperate. I mean,
they must really need some people to hire him.
All right, but somebody might come in that was a better interviewer than you, or that might have a better schedule than you.
Like, it was that dude. He was like the only one in there.
He's the only one in there?
He was like the only one in there. I thought the people that came in was going to order something, and he was going to have to stop, but it seemed like he knew them or something.
Oh. So he was the only guy up in there?
Yeah.
Nobody was back there making pizzas?
With a uniform on. No.
Nobody was in there making pizzas? Behind the counter? They must be at a slow period. I mean, if he's the only one there,
It didn't even look like they'd be busy like that either.
Right? So why would you want to work there? So
how am I gonna
they train you? You okay with being that only person that's in there taking the orders and you know, dealing with the customers when they train you to do that? Obviously, they're not going to just leave you in there by yourself. They're probably trying to get, I mean, at least usually it's 2 or 3 people in there. At least 2. At least 2. Somebody got to take the orders. Somebody got to make the pizzas. And he's making the pizzas.
I don't know what he was doing. That's why I thought he was going to have to stop when those people came in.
So when those people came in, then what happened? Did he stop? Did somebody else take the order?
I'm pretty sure he knew them or something, because they just went and sat down and he started talking to him. Like they were like, it was an older woman and an older man. Like they just sat down and he like, well, it looked like he showed them the paperwork.
Maybe they were coming in for an interview.
What are they, his parents?
He showed, man, that don't mean nothing. It's older people that come in for the interviews for those jobs. There's people my age, 30s, 40s.
You didn't see them talking to him?
I don't know. I seen them talking, but you can't really see through that glass too much. You know, you can see a little bit. But every age is coming in there trying to get hired. There's all type of people, all type of ages of people that want to get hired. So they could have been coming in for an interview, whatever the case is. You know, it's probably a slow period where they know that they can interview you and interview a couple of people. So they probably came in, sat down, and one of them was probably interviewing for that position too. So that's what was going on. If they just came in there and they didn't order and they just sat down, and they were coming in for an interview too. So that guy might have a better resume than you. You like a newbie. That guy might have worked at a Domino's Pizza, or he might have worked at another pizza shop, Pizza Hut, competition, things like that. And he probably wants the job. And he might get the job over you. They might not even call you. That's the way it works. Somebody got a better resume than you probably, or more experience than you. So it is what it is. So you got the dynamics of a young guy that's interviewing you in his 20s. You got a 16-year-old, 17-year-old kid coming in trying to get a job. And then you got a 30 or 40-year-old man or woman that's coming in for the interview too. See how all that competition is coming into play? And they might get the job because they're more, those jobs like that sometimes, they're going to pick usually somebody that don't have a schedule like you got. They know that you are a liability, that you might not come in because there's nothing that's, if you're in school, you don't have bills. These other people that's my age, that mid-20s, 30s, 40s, they have bills. They're more likely to need the money and be a better employee than you having that I don't care type of attitude, because I really don't, if I lose this job, so what, I'll get another job. People that's my age that's looking for work, they usually need money. They got bills, they got kids, they got stuff that they got to pay for. They got to, how y'all say, they got to live life, because life be lifing. Life be lifing. Oh, whoever came up with that. Anyway. But yeah. So, you got a lot to learn, man. You'll be all right. We'll see if they call you. We'll see if they call you.